Okay, who's doing the audio tonight? Because do they get hazard pay? No, I'm serious about this. If you would have heard the squeals of delight, because I haven't tried this. Have you met Lisa Kirchner? How you doing, Lisa?
So, are you kidding? I've been getting a foot massage for the last 24 hours.
Can you believe that's her job?
I know.
All right.
It's tough.
I've known you for a long time. And by the way, yoga, health, devotee, she knows a lot about what is good for us. All I know is, are your dogs talking to you? Do your feet hurt? You know, the truth is, one massage is more than the price of admission by the time you tally in the tip.
That's right.
And then secondly, reflexology is more expensive. Because did you know that Callie goes to the same massage therapist that I do? Irma? The
I go to
famous
Irma.
You go to Irma?
Yes, Callie got me on Irma.
Okay.
So, you know, I love a deep tissue massage.
Exactly. Irma, I hope you're not watching. You've got your own fan club here.
That's right.
This is better than an Irma. It's better than an Irma, and I'll tell you why. You can do it there's a automatic shut-off, which is great, and what is it? HoMedics, really and truly the leaders when it comes to health products for our home. 2 years ago, this is 2 years in the making, do you know this is a better price than we did 2 years ago? It's an HSN exclusive configuration where we are including the remote control. And by the way, Shiatsu is not like an adjective, it is a legal descriptor. So when you say Shiatsu, it has to meet certain standards. And trust me when I tell you, you need this more than you even realize. Because when I say in Asian cultures, good health begins from the ground up. Just, you know, press your little knuckle on the bottom of your heel, whether you sit a lot or stand a lot. I can tell you for a fact, and again, I can't get into, you know, my particular situation, but I can tell you this. It's hard to get doctors to agree on anything, and this is not a medical product and it's not curing or treating anything. But the one thing we can tell you, if you can increase circulation, if you can temporarily alleviate some of those pressure and pain points, do it, do it, do it. You need to run to your phones because it also has heat. It is the real Shiatsu. It is HoMedics. It is the leading name in the industry. You just pick your color of choice. Now, I think, Jared, is the gold almost gone? Or, okay, he's gonna help me do what's left, basically.
I do love that gold. It's a beautiful color.
Okay, the blue is the most limited. We have only 500 remaining there. And then we have the black. We have the red. Sorry, I just unplugged my IFB. There it goes, okay. The red, is that almost gone? The red has been the most popular. All right, you need to do it. We're gonna pay to send it to you. It's on that flex pay. All right, Lisa, I gotta turn you loose because, you know what, I'm gonna put the heat on too. Now, I'm just using the manual. Now, there is a shut off on this because you're probably gonna wanna fall asleep.
That's right. You don't wanna wake up and try to walk away with your feet inside.
Wow.
It's like a skit.
Can I tell you, you guys have to try this. Did you know that we have an unconditional money back guarantee until the end of January? And I know this sounds weird, but let Lisa and I give you a foot rub for Christmas.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
That's what it is.
When you gift this to somebody, you are giving them the gift of well-being. You're giving them a foot massage. This is a lifetime gift. This isn't a one-time use at a spa. This isn't go and have a good one-time massage. This is going to keep on giving. It's going to deliver Shiatsu, and that is that deep kneading. If you feel like, oh, my feet are fine, I would challenge you to dig your knuckles into the soles of your feet. You're gonna feel all kinds of little aches and pains because you have so many nerves, so many muscles, so many bones in your feet. And as Shannon was talking about, in Asian cultures, yes, it is super important that they have the good health starts with your feet. As a yoga teacher, that's what I was always taught. The pose begins with the foundation. The pose begins with your feet. If your feet are off, all of your alignment is off. So when your feet, it's not just about, you're working out those deep aches and pains. You're also keeping your foot actually more pliable, more mobile, which is going to give you better balance. And it's gonna help with mobility, sports recovery. It's amazing.
It is. Wow, are we busy? Okay, take our foot rub money back guarantee. If you don't get this at home, and the thing is, I've got bone spurs in my feet, again, not a medical product, not curing or treating anything, but I'll just tell you this. I need to temporarily relieve and assist in my circulation and, you know, if your dogs are talking to you, and you know what I'm talking about, whether you have a job where you stand on your feet for a living, my darling producer, his beautiful wife, who I love so much, her job requires her to be on her feet literally for the entire day. When I was doing traditional retail, because this is retail, I used to cry at the end of my shift.
I did retail.
I mean,
Yes.
seriously. But the obverse or the converse is true, meaning if it is somebody who's maybe, you know, not as mobile as they used to, and you need to, again, Andrew Lessman would tell you, do you take his circulation and vein support? He even says it's like a garden hose trying to push your circulation up. That health aspect of this cannot be underestimated. And I know we like to talk about the feel-good factor, and I know I like to say it's the lowest price in RHSN history, and it's a better price than HoMedics sells it for anybody. This is more than just the feel-good factor. Do a little Google search. I'm serious about this. Benefits of foot massage, benefits of reflexology. Chances are you're like me, a little chart will come up, and on the bottom of the foot, whatever might be bugging you, I could almost promise you there are corresponding points on your feet. Now, once more, it is not a medical product, it's not curing or treating anything, but if you just do a little search on your own, I know you're smart, this is much more than just the feel-good factor. Do you have somebody who sits a lot? Do you have somebody who stands a lot? Is there a nurse in a family? Is it you? Are you someone who maybe has had to be a little more sedentary with, post-COVID? We're still doing a lot of our virtual meetings, et cetera. Promise me you're gonna try this, because Jared, with hundreds of people in the various forms of ordering, you said the red is the most popular and the most limited at this point. The red is the most popular and the most limited. That is the one I am getting. There is a feel-good money-back guarantee. You can get it on FlexPay. You can, get your rub on, get your foot rub on. If you don't love it, you send it back. Lisa, you know what's so funny? You and I have worked together a lot. Yeah. But I have never had the chance to sell this. You know, it's sold out, well, it was 2 years in the making.
That's right.
And then when we did it 2 years ago, it was more money. That's why I didn't buy it. It's hard to say no to this one.
This feels so great. I'm so glad you're finally getting, I cannot believe, because whenever I bring this in, everybody comes and they sit they put their feet in this. And that's what's gonna happen when you have it in your home. It looks beautiful, so it's a little bit eye-catching. I mean, this is actually quite attractive. It doesn't look like some sort of medical device. It's not some ugly thing that you wanna hide. You want people to see this, and you want to invite them to sit in it. It is so easy to use, even a child could figure it out. This pad right here, you don't have to futz with any buttons, which again, if you have problems with your hands, that could be painful. You just tap, tap. This is the classic on-off button. They're marked. It says air compression. It says Shiatsu. This is the mode button. What that does is it'll switch you between the Shiatsu and the air compression, and then there's your heat. Each of these has a level. Now, why is that important? When I get a massage, something will feel really good, and I want to say, oh, can you rub that a little harder, or can you stay in that space, or can you move off of that space? If I said everything that I was thinking when I was getting a massage, my massage therapist would never have me back, right?
Right.
And frankly, I don't go and get a massage whenever I want to feel better, because I couldn't afford it if I wanted to. I don't have the time. And I don't really have that kind of, I have this at home. I don't find that I get this consistent of a massage when I go and get a massage. This is always excellent.
When you think about it, the angle of it, even somebody who's good like our Irma, I mean, when you're laying on the massage table, you still can't get the same kind of direct line of sight pressure, if that makes sense. So, okay.
Well, and she's on a time scale. She's on a timetable. She gets you in, she gets you out.
She does. I like her because she's like me. She don't mess around.
That's right.
Here's the thing, though. I just bought mine for myself. I got the gold, even though I can't see the gold out here. Although I might switch it to the red, because I got to be honest, that's my favorite color. Promise me you're going to get this for yourself. I mean, no kidding. Well, obviously we want to be generous over the Christmas season. I mean, as someone who, I've got a lot of challenges in my life, and again, I'm not even going to name them. Medically, mentally, you don't have enough time. Trust me. But this is the best way to feel good from the ground up. And it is. It's kind of like that old adage. If your feet hurt, you hurt. If your feet don't feel good, you don't feel good. And again, while I'm not saying this is a medical product, if you did that little search, you know, what comes up? Reflexology. If you see that little foot chart, you see the little chart of the foot comes up, I can promise you there's probably something on those little charts that you're saying, oh yeah, I could use help with that. I could use help with that. Even things that you don't even think about. But more importantly, I just want you to try this because we've got until January, the end of January. And the truth is, I didn't think I was gonna buy this because, you know, I already buy a lot of stuff, but I was sharing, you know, some personal details of my life with Lisa earlier. And, you know, I have to prioritize my doctor's appointments and prioritize my life. This is something that always goes on the back burner, but it will benefit you from the very first time that you use it. And all you do is you put your feet in there and you hit a button.
That's right.
It.
You don't even have to bend over and hit the button. We've got the remote control, which people asked for. I remember when they said, well, we've made it even better this year. A couple years ago when this first came out, I've actually had, this is my model that I've had at home. And I want to point that out because look at how beautiful it looks. It looks brand new. Again, this truly is a lifetime gift. So they said they were going to make their massager better. I said, well, how are you going to do that? We are introducing a remote. And I thought, okay, that's nice. But when you discover how great it is to just kick back, relax, and when you want to change something, you just tap, because it's a pretty strong remote. In fact, sometimes I know I'm clicking yours on and off when I use the remote. So you don't have to worry, like, do I need to be like facing it and press? No, you can be relaxed, laying back, and just click that button. You don't have to take your eyes off the TV screen. And I also, you know, there's a few features on this that I want to talk about too real quick. It fits up to a men's size 14,
Good point. I forgot to mention that.
Incredible. These inserts, they are zipped in and you can easily, I actually already unzipped it, but it has a little Velcro so you can just take it in and out and bing, put it right back in there. And then on the back.
So easy to clean if you'd want to.
Super easy to pop them in the washing machine. Did I not say that out loud? Sorry, I was thinking it, but I was also thinking, don't forget to talk about this cord binder and these rubber pads on the feet. It's gonna keep it from moving around. If you've got tile, hardwood, or carpet, just keeps it in place. And it's only 9 pounds, so it's very easy to move from room to room. It's hard to believe that Shiatsu. It feels like there are 4 people massaging your feet because there is the roller that's under your foot that is rotating around. It's got knobs on it that feels like hands just really digging at your foot and working out, melting those aches and tensions and pains. And then you've got these bands of air compression that feels like it's squeezing your foot. So that's the circulation. This is the aches and pains in the muscles. You add that heat and that just supercharges the whole experience.
True. And again, I always have to say that disclaimer. I have osteo and rheumatoid arthritis. And so I've got some issues going on with my feet. Again, it's not a medical product. That's not curing or treating anything. But I do know that anyone watching this show, regardless of what you're dealing with, benefits from increased circulation. I know that everyone watching this show, within the sound of my voice, I don't care how old you are or how young you are. I don't care if you're on your feet or if you're off your feet. This will benefit you. This is the gift of good health for the holiday season, and it's more than just a feel-good gift. It goes much, much deeper than that. And again, don't even believe me, there is an unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January. You can probably hear how passionate I am about this. Just knowing for myself, for my mom, for you, anybody that you really love, and I hope you're putting yourself on that list tonight, you really must try this. And you know what? If you don't love it, see, here's the other thing. HoMedics is sold elsewhere, so trust me, they're not doing this for anybody else. We're very proud of the partnership that we have with them. The remote control is just like another bonus. Remember, men's size shoe up to size 14, which that's pretty big. Even my nephew has a size 12 foot. God bless him, you know.
So does Bryce, actually.
Oh, does he really?
Yes, I asked him, because I'm like, he's a big guy. What size is your shoe size? And he said it was a 12. He said, this is so comfortable. He just put his feet right in. He said he could even move around a little bit so you can customize what's happening inside the machine.
Brilliant.
While you're getting your massage.
Well, and it's something that Callie mentioned, which I think is really true. You know, we must all be cut from the same cloth. You know, we're Irma's, you know, #1, you know,
devotees.
Groupies. But it's the perfect amount of pressure. Now, you can also change that if you have very sensitive feet, which I really do, believe it or not.
I believe it. I do too. When they go to do me at a pedicure place, I often jerk my foot back and I have to apologize and then tip even bigger.
Which is, by the way, more than your flex pay. And that's the other thing about this. It's the perfect amount of pressure. You're in complete control. You can use it with the heat or without the heat. But then remember, it's enough pressure where it doesn't feel like a tickle, but it's not uncomfortable. And, you know, I only want to tickle Bill Duggan. I don't want to tickle my feet. So... Just seeing if you're paying attention, Bill. He's like, I'm up.
I'm up for it.
Exactly. You know, it's funny, Lisa, because until you experience it for yourself, I mean, okay, there's my 15-minute timer. That tells me that we're almost out of time on this.
Okay.
So remember, this is not your last airing. It's more abbreviated than I personally wanted. I wanted more time on this. I actually called earlier to see if I could get more time. The items that make your life better from the very first time, without a learning curve, without loading software, without an app, without, you know, additional, you know, you buy somebody even a spa gift card, they gotta go back. That's just once. I get really passionate about the things that make your life better immediately. And I really get excited about the things that work for everyone. It's nice because, you know, beauty, sometimes we say, oh, if you have sagging skin, oh, if you have wrinkles, oh, if you have dry skin. Even in the kitchen, it's like, oh, well, if you want nonstick or not. Curtis Stone is coming up tonight at midnight, but you get the general idea. Sometimes, you know, it's like not everything is for everybody. This is for everybody and anyone watching this show. I know my little timer went up, but I'm gonna start another cycle here because it sounded so good.
Absolutely.
Oh, now, okay, now I've been on the air compression.
Yes.
Now, can I do kneading? Like, walk me on a tour of this, Lisa.
All right.
Guys, oh, perfect, we've got the control panel.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dustin. Okay.
So when you turn it on, immediately the kneading and the air compression is gonna come on both at the lowest speed. And when you tap the button, it'll go up to medium, and then tap it again, it'll go up to high. And then you can tap it again, it'll go back to low. If you want to shut it off, that's where you'd use that mode button. And the same thing is true with the air compressor. You can use just air compression, you can use just the kneading. You can pop it up, make it as strong as you want. And I'll tell you, you can see, it's very subtle. There are lights on here. I love, HoMedics really thinks of everything.
They
because
do.
These lights aren't bright lights. It goes from a soft to a medium to a slightly brighter light. That's how you know, but you'll feel it when you're doing it on your feet.
Oh, this is so good.
And then add that heat. It's so delicious. And you see, you switch, it's so easy. I love to say that even a child could use it because
So you
I
don't even
also
need a
have
manual.
osteoarthritis.
Oh, you too.
Yeah. So what happens is, when things are complicated to work with, I immediately don't want to work with them. And that's
true.
one of the things that I love about the HoMedics devices. They're simple to use. And they're very easy with just the simple touch of my hand to make it work. And again, this remote just is that extra level. It's that extra thing that they love to include that really makes it a can't say no. It's, again, the same control panel on this remote that's on the device. So you see the on-off, you see the air compression and the kneading, you see the heat, and you see the mode button. Easy peasy. But I definitely want to say that 15-minute timer, that's kind of a genius thing, because if you're like me, you never just say, okay, now I'm going to take 15 minutes just to myself, right?
It's true.
So if you sit down in this and you kick back, maybe you're going to read something, maybe you're going to look at something on your phone, or maybe you're just going to close your eyes and relax for 15 minutes. You know that if you sit in this, pop that on, it's like creating this little zone. This is my cone of me time, right? And how great is that? But also, if you've only got 4 minutes, there are studies. I actually found this because I'm always doing research on benefits of massage, benefits of yoga and fitness and movement. And what you can get out of 4 minutes a day is incredible. It will still de-stress. It will still help you sleep. It will still melt away those aches and pains. And so during the holidays, like, this is one of the most stressful times of year, let's face it. There's so much going on. It's year end. Everything is happening. And if you could know that you could just take even as little as 4 minutes and start to feel these benefits.
It's the best gift ever. Even for younger, girls, like my niece is in dance, and I'm telling you what, I mean, my nephew's in football, he was in basketball. I mean, they're all doing something. And that's maybe why I'm so passionate about this, because listen, even if you don't have challenges with regard to comfort, and I'll leave it at that, you're gonna feel better when you use this. Anybody and everybody watching this show, and with a money-back guarantee until the end of January, at least try it, at least get it at home. Remember, we have offered this in the past. This was 2 years in the making. This is the best price in history. For less than you would spend for the tip if you went elsewhere, you can get this amazing product at home. It is one of a kind. We include the remote control. There's nothing else quite like this, especially if you've even been searching for some of those compression things for your legs. Those are outrageously expensive. But for me, you want to go from the ground up.
Yes.
Good health, happy feet, happy life, absolutely. In fact, it's funny. Now on the blue, let's do colors here real quickly. The red is the most popular, and we're gonna say most limited here in a second. The blue, oh, in fact, you know what? You're gonna head on over there.
Colors,
I'll just kind of, yeah.
then you can really see how beautiful they are.
It is. By the way, I got my little sockies on because I was getting my foot rub. So, how did I forget to mention silver? Sorry about that. Or are we sold out of silver, Jared? Okay, we do have silver. Sorry about that. The blue, and it's really kind of almost like a royal blue. I've got 400 of you who can get that blue. There's my gold, although, you know what? I might change my order to the red. I'm not gonna lie. I just ordered the gold because now that I can see them in person, I'm like, that gold is my dream. Do you know we even have free exchanges here at HSN? So if you see this and you're like, oh, I got that gold, I should have got that red. I mean, you can actually, even with a larger item like this, you can get, we'll handle the heavy lifting when it comes to doing the exchange. There's my red, there's the black. All I can tell you is this is one of your final airings, and wow. Okay, so I used to call them my mean shoes.
I know exactly what you mean. We all have a pair.
Because I feel like I try to be pretty nice to everybody and, in a good mood. Nobody's in a good mood all the time, but I think I do okay. I used to have shoes where I would take them off. First of all, I'd walk like this, and Dustin, you've seen me do it, where I'd be like, and they're like, is your back? I'm like, no, it's my feet. It's just like and this happened to me literally this last weekend. And if your feet ain't happy, you ain't happy. I had a pair of shoes one time where my crew told me that I was not allowed to wear them ever again.
I believe it.
Because I was so sassy.
Yeah.
I mean, and not necessarily in a good way.
I hear that.
Right?
You wear those shoes, you go to a wedding, you've never gotten them before because you just bought them the day before to match your outfit. You put it on and you're like, oh, that was a mistake. You know in minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That it's going to hurt.
And do you know what? You're going to know, it's not even going to take you minutes. To
feel relief.
Plexiderm is one of these great beauty products that we offer here at HSN. And Plexiderm, you still have to wait. I mean, we say instant, but temporary. And there's no waiting with this for relief. There's no waiting with, oh gosh, I feel better. I'm having a moment with my throw. I'm having a moment with my HoMedics. Take that moment for yourself, big, tall, small, and you all the way up to men's size 14. But get this at home. I'm absolutely blown away. And you know what? I shouldn't be surprised because I don't know the statistics, but HoMedics has to be the leader when it comes to home, what I would call health-oriented products.
Absolutely.
Would that be fair?
They are an international brand. They've been around since 1987.
I know. You know what? I'm gonna switch my order to that red.
You are too funny. You know what? I have the red, and I'm like, I gotta get that gold. I'm not kidding, because I love that gold color.
See, the gold is so pretty, but I don't know.
And those are exclusive HSN colors, by the way. I don't know if you knew that the red, the gold, and the blue, only available. This is the only place you're gonna be able to get those. So again, if you wanna rock it to the top, and nobody is gonna be sad to see this box under the tree. I mean, am I right?
Oh, are you kidding me? In fact, you know what? You might want to put Open Me First underneath there.
Oh, yes, because then you can, while the kids are going crazy with all the presents, you can just sit there and be like, that's so lovely. You're tearing up the house. That's fine. I don't mind.
Mama happy.
They're going to do it anyway.
Mama happy.
That's right.
Wow, are we busy. Jared, I think you told me fewer than 400 of that blue now. If you want that blue, go, go, go. Do not wait. Get it, get it, get it. Do not hesitate. And remember, free exchanges. We are paying for shipping on this. In fact, you know what? I don't know if there's a monetary value on that, but I gotta be honest, a box. Okay, now you know what's so funny? I don't know who they found to ship this for only $13.
Oh, it's no.
That's a big old lie, because I shipped a little itty bitty box the other day. It was $25.
Right.
And it wasn't even heavy. I'm serious. I'm like, who's delivering this? Is it Donner and Blitzen?
Santa himself.
I mean, Santa himself must be delivering it, because I'm like, it's a little itty bitty box. They're like, yeah.
He's got a fun Christmas somehow.
Yeah. Well, yes, he does. Santa needs a foot rub.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
He does.
Anybody?
Mrs. Claus needs a foot rub.
She needs it
Taking
more.
care of all those elves,
Oh, I
for
can't
heaven's
imagine.
sake.
Cannot imagine.
Exactly. That's a lot of cooking, and I like to cook, but I wouldn't want to do the dishes. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Because that's being on your feet. I mean,
being on
anybody
your
who's
feet.
cooking for the holidays is going to love this.
This is so
Anyone who's
good.
eating for the holidays is going to
Can we
love
show that
this.
video again? Okay, so now I'm doing, all right, now I'm gonna switch to the kneading, but what's the difference between, so the compression, I see that on those leg devicey things. So what's
Yes.
going on?
So the compression, what we have inside this machine are bands that inflate and deflate with air, and we call it a rhythmic pulsating compression. And what that does is that really enhances your circulation. So while your foot is inside there, it's gonna squeeze your foot. It feels like you're getting a hug on your feet, and when it releases, that's what allows the blood to flow again through the muscles. It flushes out all the toxins, and it gets rid of lactic acid, which is why it's so beneficial to stretch after exercise, because you're basically compressing and releasing. And then the shiatsu, those rollers, they're digging in, and when you have the compression combined, it's actually creating like a little sandwich effect, which can make it a deeper feeling massage.
Wow.
And then when you add the heat, I mean, think about it. If you get a massage, you add the hot stone, it always ratchets up the cost.
And do you know what?
This is one-time purchase.
This is why I say, okay, it's a forever purchase. It's not like you gotta buy filters or,
Batteries.
I mean, you plug it in, there's no learning curve. You plug it in, you put your feet in, you get relief. You plug it in, you put your feet in, you get relief. You plug it in, you put your feet in, you feel good.
I like that cycle.
I mean, but see, that's all it takes. And now here's what's so interesting. And again, I'm not saying anything crazy, but I've been having a lot of discomfort in my lower calves. It's been radiating up to my right hip.
Yes.
Do you know what? My calves feel better.
And I
Wasn't
didn't
touching
even
my
mention
calves.
that, honestly, but it does. It radiates up. When your feet are relaxed, that's going to go up the legs, all the way up into the hips. And that's the whole balance and mobility issue that you're going to...
Seriously, I can feel like my...
Text me tomorrow.
My
Tell me
legs-
how you sleep.
Do you know what? I will.
Please do.
You know what? I wish they'd let me take one home. Do you think they notice?
Well, you're going to get it home very soon.
Exactly.
Very
You're right.
soon. Before Christmas, right? It'll be
for
in time.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do it. Blue, a little over 300. Do it. Blue is almost gone. Lisa, you're back in what, the 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
I cannot wait to come back because now I have to get out of this myself and leave the studio.
I know it's hard to get out, hard to leave. Thank you. I love you. Good to
I love
see
you too, Shannon. It's always
Thank you.
great to
Merry
be
Christmas.
in your house.
Exactly. In my house. Hey, by the way, here's something I need.